Hey everybody, how are we doing? I'm Connor Shaw, and I wasn't really feeling like playing anything today, honestly. My wrists kind of hurt a bit. I just beat Sly 2, and I'm kind of riding off the high of that, and I feel like just chilling today. So today we are going to just talk, and I'm gonna paint my nails. I'm trying something I've never tried before. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. I have my headphones off. I can't hear it. If the music's too loud or too quiet, I won't really be able to tell. I'm gonna try something I've never tried before. Just adjusting everything to be where it ought to be. Alright, cool, yeah. I have my second webcam, my old webcam, hooked up. I also have now realized, oh, whoops, I don't want to lose Fuar, whoops. I realized I probably should have my higher quality webcam as the bigger screen, but it doesn't make that much of a difference, it's okay. Yeah, let me do this. Also, let me move this, like, just to the bottom, because it's white on white. Yeah, let me know if the music's too loud or too quiet. I'm just gonna chill and talk, and I want your help choosing a color. Last time I did purple. Should I do blue or purple? These are the only ones I have right now. That kind of looks weird or just unusual, having it down there. Or I do hat and tie multiplayer. I should do hat and tie multiplayer, you're right. Here, we'll do a top left. Yeah, that works. Top left works. Blue, blue, purple, purple, both? Both could work. We could do, like, interchanging. Rock, paper, scissors. We could have them fight to the death. I could just drop both of them from a high height, and whichever one stays up is the one we choose. Okay, I guess we're going with purple. Actually, it's like 50-50 in the chat, but I think I might be seeing a little more blue. Purple matched my shirt. I'm wearing my merch, by the way. Oh shit! Hey, Lawrence for 11 months in a row. Also, this thing waddles out of frame. I just realized anytime any of you subscribe or cheer or whatever, you're gonna fucking. I just also realized this is weird having. It's okay. Let me finish my first thought. It's gonna cover up the screen a little bit, but that's totally okay. Lawrence, thank you very much. 1 month off of a year. Secondly, I just realized it's weird. It's like playing with a DS emulator, where like I have this one camera here, the webcam, the face cam you can see, and then if I move things down from it, it then goes into frame here. It's a little strange. All right. Anyways, Lawrence, thank you very much. So I wanted to talk about videos while I do this. So first of all, I wanted to thank you all very much. Let me move this a little closer. I wanted to thank you all very much for the views on the Metal Gear Survive video. I didn't expect that video to do as well as it has. That's the word I'm looking for. It's at almost 10,000 views already, just past 9,000, which is insane. The PUBG video has hit 6,000 over a week, and wait, I should do my left hand. I should do my right hand first, because I'm right-handed, so it makes more sense to do my right hand first, because having wet paint on your nails on your non-dominant hand and trying to paint is just gonna be a fucking mess. But I have a little more control with my right hand, so it shouldn't be as big of a deal. Can't wait for your mom to come back and watch someone paint their nails. Listen, she won't hate. She won't hate. It's fine. Oh man, this is weird. Left-handers rise. I tried to be ambidextrous when I was a kid. I tried to do a lot of things with my left hand. But in the end, I just realized I ain't got it. Which is why I'm painting my nails with my left hand currently. This is gonna be a disaster. It comes off as more of a pink color at first. But anyways, it's not so bad. I got a little on my skin, that's okay. I can take that off later. So yeah, the Metal Gear Survive video is done shockingly well. I don't know if it's that more subscribers are watching it, or if it's showing up at people's recommendeds. I know the tweet announcing it took off a little more because Kojima announced a bunch of Death Stranding information, by which I meant he patted himself on the back for how horny he is about Mads Mikkelsen, and then didn't really tell us anything about the game. But I'm okay with it. He's living his best life. So you could smell the polish from here. Hey, Julia. Let's see. You think it was one of my best videos? Really? Thank you. The Metal Gear video was great. Oh, man. Wild to think in the olden days, people thought being left-handed was a disorder or something. That's still, like, a thing in Japan, as far as I know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it's still a stereotype in Japan that if you're left-handed, you're doing it wrong or whatever, which is weird. That's wild to me. Do my thumb. There we go. Like, some people are just left-handed. I don't get it. Like... It doesn't make a difference in your life. I think it's because, like, a lot of things are designed with... Designed? A lot of things are designed... A lot of things are designed, even, with right-handed people in mind. So, like, for instance, mice and, like, controllers. I think chopsticks. Like, when they teach you how to use chopsticks in Japan, generally speaking, they assume you to be using your right hand. Like, instead of teaching ambidextrous methods or making ambidextrous equipment. There we go. Shit. Missed a spot down here. Oh, my hands are so shaky. Please hit the one spot that I missed. There we go. I don't expect this to be perfect. That's okay. Welcome to the joys of nail painting with Connor Ross. Paint your nails black. My sister's trying to get me to go goth. My sister's trying to get me to get a goth aesthetic going. She wants me to paint my nails black and everything. I'm tempted. I'm honestly tempted to give it a whirl. It was seen as a disorder due to the age of ink and quill. Since you wrote with your left hand, you would wipe all the ink away when you wrote more on the paper. Oh, because you would... Oh, I see. That's lame. You went with the vampire aesthetic? I don't own a lot of, like, goth-esque clothes. Like, the closest I own... Here, I can show you. Actually, that works. Is this skirt I'm wearing right now. Is, like, a... checker pattern. That's like the closest I fucking have. Like I don't have any like all black clothes aside from like a couple of t-shirts that are a little small. I heard goth. Did somebody summon me? Hey Marina. Did you see it was a nail painting stream and we're curious? I'm very pale, so like I could do it. I can make it work. Okay, I gotta adjust where everything is right here. I have a paper towel down because I don't want to get fucking paint all over my mouse mat. This is the thing about being non-binary and gay as fuck and LGBT, but also being a gamer. Is I have my fucking Corsair, like my nice Corsair mouse mat and my fucking like several $1,000 computer to stream me painting my fucking nails with like $5 nail polish from Walmart. Oh my god. It's working though. That one's a little light, I think. Maybe. I might do a second coat of this too while we're streaming. I'm not sure yet. Oh, that helps. Okay. And again, it's okay if it's a little messy. I'm gonna do a second coat and I'm gonna chip away the excess afterwards. That's it for a second. Is this Splatoon music? I don't know. I can't. I have to just look at stream to see what music's playing. What was I on about? fact that it's more difficult makes for longer content. You're right. I can hit the 10-minute mark and get the ads. I missed Poker Dog subscribing. This is what happens when I don't have my headphones on. 15 months in a row. Now that summer's almost here, I should be able to hop on these streams more often. That's why I decided I'm not going to change my stream schedule yet, because I've wanted to change it for a while to give more days for people in the US to watch. But since summer's coming up, I feel like it makes more sense to just leave it as it is, and then once summer ends, then see about changing it. I might try to do what I did that one time where I have some streams at 6 p.m. I don't mind painting over a little bit if it makes it more even in the end. It'll wash away in the shower more easily on my skin than it will on my nails, so it's okay. What will the schedule be? I don't know yet. I think, again, I'll try to do maybe like 2 or 3 days a week. I'll have streams later in the day so that people in the US might have a better chance to watch. You need to wake up earlier for these streams, like you woke up at 6 today for some reason. There are some days when I just wake up at like 4 in the morning and I'm like, well, I'm not getting back to sleep, whatever. And then I'll just go about my day as if nothing's fucking wrong. Thank you very much, Poker Dog, by the way. I'm having a good day. I had a bit of a rough morning. That's something I wanted to talk about. I've been trying to like pinpoint the sources of my like anxiety and my stress and my depression in general. And like, I think one of the big things I hit on, I was talking about this with Julia, I think one of the big things I hit on is that it's gonna sound weird because of the break I took recently, but I'm a bit of a workaholic. Like, anyone who was around during when I was like prime making Payday stuff probably knows that like a Payday update would drop and I would work around the clock nonstop. I wouldn't give it, oh shit, no, it's okay. I wouldn't give a shit about my health, about anything. I would just keep working until the video was done, and there would be days that would fucking ruin me. But I didn't see it as a problem, because then I would look at the video afterwards and go, but the video's getting views. It's getting a lot of attention. Like, I'm getting a lot of subscribers. It's all okay. Not realizing that I hadn't eaten anything that day and my health was, like, severely declining. Like, I took the success I was having and used it to replace the health I was losing, which doesn't work in the long run. Like, I'd feel like I'm feeling like shit. I'd say I'm feeling like shit, but it doesn't matter because the video is doing well. Not realizing that that's not a healthy way of looking at it at all. I watched a really helpful video about this. If you're someone who wants to create content online, or has created content online, or wants to keep creating content online, let me look up the exact video just to make sure I'm not crazy. Let's see. Oh, I can't. I can only type with one hand. Oh shit. An Evening with Griffin McElroy at Florida State University. It's an hour-and-a-half long video of Griffin McElroy from my brother, and me, and a bunch of other successful things, talking about creating content online, and specifically, a point that he hit on is the feeling of, like, invincibility you get when you are making content successfully. When the things you're doing are working out. It's easy to not realize how bad your health is getting. Hey Connor, I got one of my shirts I ordered last Saturday. Little Danish, did you order from Germany? Because I saw somebody bought a German shirt. Or did you order from the UK? But either way, thank you very much. I appreciate the hell out of that. You still can't reach my shirts on Amazon. What links are you trying to use, Drago? Like, cause there's 3 different links. There's German, there's UK, and there's US. You did a similar thing to me, or you did a similar thing that I did. You kept on doing the things that you're burnt out of, but you were getting money, that's all you cared about, and you weren't able to look at YouTube the same. Yep, that's why I all at once took a massive break, and that's one of the symptoms of burnout and overwork is like, instead of taking frequent shorter breaks, you take infrequent, really long breaks, and that's not a good thing to do for work in general, but also for YouTube especially. Because if you're gone for too long, people will forget about you. That's just how it goes. Okay, this is the hardest fucking thing. Oh god. I like can't even see. I can't even see where I'm aiming. Ooh. Ooh, this is a fun art project. Oh, I'm gonna have to do some sculpting on that one. Oh, good. Oh, I made it worse. Oh, cool, it gets worse. Oh, shit. I still missed a spot up there, damn it. Okay, really? This one spot? I got it. I also got everywhere around it. But I did get that one spot. There we go. You ordered from UK. They're shipping from Poland. Oh, okay, I see. Gotcha. Thank you very much, Danish. I appreciate that. Why are you doing this? Because I like having painted nails. It looks nice. And I wanted to have an IRL stream where I just talked for a while. There we go. These are really long fingers. It might also be the perspective of the camera. I don't know. Like if I put it into the normal camera, do those look really long? I don't think they're abnormally long or anything, are they? Yeah, I think the perspective of the camera is part of what's doing it. All right, well that's half done. I have a lot of missed spots on my pinky nail as per usual, but that's okay. Yeah, it's just because it's like a sort of fisheye effect on the camera. Yeah, it's okay. All right, we're gonna wait a moment. We're gonna wait a few minutes. Let's see. You took a break for a month and it ended up being just over a year of you not doing anything. Yeah, exactly. Like you take a break for so long that you start to question why you were even doing the thing in the first place. And it becomes easier to forget why you were doing it at all. So for me, that happened when the Mighty Number 9 video didn't do as well as I was hoping it would. Because it had been the first time that I had made an analysis video, because the other two analysis videos I did took off quite a bit. That I did analysis videos since ending payday videos that didn't do very well. And that just kind of threw me for a loop. Because I was like, shit, I guess this really is it, huh? It felt like that the physical versus digital video was a fluke, and felt like the Walking Dead video only took off because overkill. And it didn't help when the PUBG video didn't do very well either, but I persisted, made another video, and the Metal Gear video seems to be taking off. So that's what I was hoping for. The problem is when you become reliant on success for your self-validation, you forget why you're doing the thing in the first place. I got so caught up in wanting to have videos that were always smash hits, I forgot that the reason I was making videos at all is because I enjoy making them. Like, that's why I got there in the first place. You're watching a show on Netflix where they go over scenes in movies and TV to find out if the action was possible or just movie magic. I remember Mythbusters did a lot of things like that, including the blow the safe with water thing. Why do all Twitch symbols stay permanent except for the present? Good question. I'm not actually sure why that one goes away. Huh. Using the main one. Drago, are you in the US or the UK? Or in Germany, or just in parts of Europe? Or anywhere else in the world? There's a lot of places in the world. You're in Canada? That's right, you are. Amazon.ca is on a separate storefront for me. Like I can't make separate Amazon.ca things, but I'm not. It might, if you're in like French Canada, then maybe it's is because it doesn't ship to like certain parts of Canada. Also, I'll start on the other fingers. Validate the success of your videos. That's your job. We'll focus on passion behind the videos. Not in French Canada. Not sure then. Sorry about that, dude. I don't know if I can do anything about that. Cause like, for getting it to work in Germany, parts of Europe, and the UK, I just had to create separate storefronts. But those are like .com rather, .uk and .de are the only places I can put things up for sale separately. So it might just be a not in Canada yet TM thing, unfortunately. But there are other people who are in Canada who can see them. Ah, man, that one sucks. Here, I should bring it a little closer. You can see. The link used to work for you, but it's not working anymore. Weird. Okay, maybe I should look into that more then. Yeah, this is going a lot smoother. You can actually see a lot better from this angle, and also I'm right-handed. This is making it a lot easier. You log into your USA account and it doesn't work too. What the hell? Hang on, does the main merch link work for anyone? Let me try it. Yeah, it works for me. That's weird. Huh. It used to work for you. Yeah, I didn't change anything. I don't know why it's not working now. Maybe Amazon is starting a .ca separate place and they just disabled Canada viewing the merch in the meanwhile or some stupid shit. I don't know. Oh man, this one's a mess. This one's a fucking mess. Oh, this one's a disaster. Oh god. Whatever. It's fine. It'll be fine. Also, something I'm considering doing soon. I'm considering getting earrings. Getting stud earrings. I don't like hoop earrings. I don't like big earrings. But I'm considering getting stud earrings soon. The problem is apparently my family has a history of nickel allergies, which is in a lot of jewelry. So I'm gonna have to get that checked out first. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't have an allergy to nickel before I put something in my ear that'll make my ears explode or whatever. I think that's how allergies work. I don't want my ears to explode again. Last time was one time too many. Man, that one's also a mess. Whatever, the pinky finger is always the one that ends up going to shit. It's fine. Stud earrings would be cute. Yeah, just like silver stud earrings. I think I'd really like that. It exists. You can access the shirts in your product history and it ships to you. It's just that the link, you can see any shirts in the link. Let me try a different link then. If I'll try a different link because that's like a truncated URL. I could try a full URL. I can't really type so well right now. UK link is working fine for you. Yeah, the UK and the German link aren't truncated. use the on-screen keyboard function. Mouse is still a bit of a trick right now. So I gotta do my thumb too. Okay. Here we go. The thumb's always the easiest. Most surface area. Which means fuck-ups are generally fine because it just goes to where there's more nail. Go this way. There we go. That's better. So, a little bit of excess there, but it's okay. It'll harden and be fine. There we go. That's the bulk of it done. Ooh, that excess is kind of dripping, actually. Hang on. No, 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 I'm making it worse. Ah, God, I'm making it worse. Ah, oh, God. Oh, God. It's fine. It'll be fine. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Whew. It's fine. It was closed enough. It was closed enough. It didn't spill any. It's okay. Whew. That was scary. I'm gonna tighten that shit and just let it dry for a while. So yeah, I'll try. Here, let me get a full link to the shirts, like a full non-truncated link to all of the shirts. And I will see if that works for you. Whoops. So, clothing. Try that link. There you go. See if that works. Just a full non-truncated link. Still nothing? Okay. Julia, what about you? No. Weird. So it's Amazon's fault then, because that's just the search results for it. Hey, cat girl, try that link. We can troubleshoot this while we're waiting for the nails to dry. Still not? Okay, I don't know what to do then, because that's as like the most I can really do. What happens if I go to Amazon.ca and try searching this? Nothing comes up. Okay, yeah, Amazon's just dumb. I'll try to figure that out in the future. Yeah, Mr. Bezos is fucking with me right now. Mr. Bezos is screwing my shit. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for these to dry for a bit. So, okay, where was I? I was talking about, turn that down a little bit. Talking about basically getting burned out on videos because they aren't doing as well as I want them to. I like tied my self-worth to how successful my videos were being, and that's not a good thing to do, because in the world of YouTube, things can do well or not for no apparent reason. Like, sometimes a video will just take off for no reason. Other times it will be a video that you feel like is guaranteed to succeed and it gets no attention, and that's just the way it is. Unless you're someone who has 1 billion subscribers and everyone is constantly clamoring for, you have no guarantee of success. So tying my self-worth to the success of something that can be effectively random isn't great. But what doesn't help is that I'm like I don't know how to explain this. Like, I basically, this is how I make money. Streaming videos, donations, it's how I make money. It's like the only way I make money. So like, it's hard for me to not tie self-worth to it because it's my livelihood. It's hard not to tie your self-worth to your livelihood. So if I had another source of personal income, I probably wouldn't be as stressed about it. You never could have predicted something like Mr. Brightside ASMR would have gotten you 200k plus views on Tumblr. What, Kraz? My hair is fucking doing stupid shit. Sometimes random videos from 2011 just take off. Yeah, recently I've been making more money on YouTube because some of my older Payday videos are suddenly getting a bunch more views out of nowhere. You're back from your shower, what'd you miss? Oh, we're just talking about life. I wish my hair would fucking stay up. There we go. This is where I want my hair. But, I am doing my best to not let a video that doesn't do well affect my self-confidence in making more of them. And I did that with the PUBG video. The Battle Royale video did not do very well despite how much work I put into it, but it's not a one-to-one trade. It's not the more work you put into something, the more attention it'll get. That's not how it works. Videos that have very little effort put into them at all can and will often do better than those that you put, like, you put 2 weeks of constant time into. So it's hard to explain, basically. I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. I need to accept videos that fail. I was gonna say I need to accept my failures. That's not a good way to look at it. I need to accept videos that fail and know that they still have the potential to, at a later point, take off. Analysis videos can always still do well later. That happened with the physical versus digital video. It got about 10,000 views, which was pretty good. And then all of a sudden, about a month later, it just fucking skyrocketed to 250k. So there's always the potential that can happen. Yeah, they have longevity, exactly. I'm trying to fix my hair, but I don't want to put nail polish into my hair. So I'm just gonna, like... There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, they can be slow burns, exactly. Should I do a second coat? It's a bit messy. Let me try to clean up some of this mess. Of course, part of the problem when you try to clean up the mess is you can accidentally make it worse. Like I just put a dot in my thumb over here. Ah, shit, that's not coming out, is it? It's like a speck. Ah, damn it. I might do a second coat. That's solid. Let's do a second coat. Why not? It's fine. So I have another idea for a video. This time I'm not gonna stream what I'm gonna do for the video, like I usually do. I'm just gonna play it on my own time because I don't think it'd make a very good stream game, but I think it could make an interesting analysis. I want to do a video about, I talked about this on Twitter recently, a game called Rhyme. It's a puzzle platformer from a while back. I got it for free on the Epic Games Store, which I'm sure is going to make some of you roll your eyes, but hey, whatever. It's a very, very good little puzzle platformer, and what I like so much about it, you should stream Rhyme from the Switch. I don't think it'd make a good stream game. I think it'd be a little boring for stream. But what I like so much about it is that the game has no combat, at least not what I've played so far. I think I've played a good amount of it. And that is very cool to me. Like, it's not Like, it doesn't need combat to be a good adventure game, and that's the angle I want to hit on the video. Like, Rhyme doesn't need to have combat to be an exciting adventure. It's spyware! Rhyme sucks on Switch, does it? What's wrong with it? Is it just like locked at 30 FPS or something? Come on. Just gonna do a lightweight second code. I'm not gonna get too specific with it. They added combat on Switch. Hey, free game's a free game. That's how I feel about it, yeah. I picked it up without even knowing if I was going to play it or not. I was just like, it's free, whatever. The reason I saw it is because Ross Scott, the creator of Freeman's Mind, tweets a lot about free games, like, wherever they are. Just saying, like, hey, this game is free if you're interested, which is a cool thing. But the way he described it was, it looked like a Zelda clone. I haven't tried it, though. And I was like, oh, I could go for a Zelda clone. That sounds fun. It is definitely not a Zelda clone. So I was going in expecting there to be combat, and there isn't any, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. And I want to talk about how you don't need to have combat in your game to have it be exciting. It doesn't mean there isn't confrontation. It's not the fucking Caillou of video games. There's still confrontation. It just doesn't have to be combative. Just wanna top this off a little bit. A lot of frame drops, lower quality, and took up more space. How did it take up more space? The Caillou of video games. I'm definitely gonna use that line in the video if I can remember to. Oftentimes, how I script write, by the way, because I saw a lot of people complimenting the script for the Metal Gear Survive video, how I had a lot of like references to Metal Gear and just like cute jokes, and the pacing felt good. A lot of times how I'll do it is I'll just write out basically like an essay about it, about how I feel about it, and then I'll go back and add jokes. So for instance, I have a line where I say like, I try to play devil's advocate, I try to see diamond dogs in the rough. Originally, I literally just had, I like to see diamonds in the rough. And then I was reading the script, I was like, more like diamond dogs. Oh, shit. And then I just added that. I didn't have the trying to sneak in a game whose main component is stealth provides no tactical advantage whatsoever. Originally, the line I had was, trying to sneak in a game whose franchise is main component is stealth is actively detrimental. And I realized that I could, in more words, but more entertainingly, add a callback there. So I just kind of like change the script as I reread it. So I do like a first draft of the script that's like very flat, and then do another draft where I add like jokes and references and callbacks to try to make the pacing feel more natural. You gotta put sneaky references and jokes in when you make a video, largely for your own self-amusement. Yeah, oftentimes it's just for my own amusement too. Like, I remember in one of my really early videos, one of my early Payday videos, it was, should you, I think it was either should you use doctor bags and first aid kits, or it was just my how do first aid kits work video. It was one of those two. Where I had several lines referencing Fall Back Down from, I think the band is called Rancid. like if they fall back down, you'll help them back up again. But if they fall back down, you can be their friend and revive them. like some shit like that. And then I had a couple of lines from YMCA. Like, there's no need to stay down. You can pick yourself back up off the ground. And nobody got any of the jokes, but it was funny to me. Shit, I have bad carpal tunnel. If I like move my wrist like this way at all, yeah, it like shoots pain through my arm. It's not as bad now because I haven't been drawing recently, and drawing is the #1 thing that cramps up my wrist. Oh man, this is a mess. Look at this fucking mess Look at this fucking mess. Jesus, I gotta clean that up. That's what happens when I try to do it with my left hand. My right hand, by comparison, is much better. Not much better, but better. There's pretty much no way for you to sub. Oh, it's okay, Mario. You don't have to worry about it. I do remember you telling me about that, though. That's lame. You ended up getting a refund for Prime Video? Well, at least there's that. The only time you, you think, I'm assuming is what you meant, is the only free game from Epic Game Store that you don't have on Steam. It looks interesting enough to buy it on Steam. I don't really mind what platform I have it on. Like, I'm gonna play it either way. And it won't matter for the case of the video. So I'm just gonna talk about the game itself. Second coat on my, here, just, again, polish all off. I want to sub though. It's okay, Mario. It honestly is. I wish Amazon wasn't being so dumb. They're too busy making drones for Valve to deliver weapons to the people on the island. Ah, shit. Okay, that's fine. Accidentally dabbed my finger. Ah, shit. I did it again. Oh my god. I'm awful. Jeff is too busy being bald. I think one of my favorite jokes I've ever had in a video is when I talked about, well, in the Biker Character Pack review for Payday, I talked about, Ron Perlman not coming back to record new lines, how all of his lines are super dated. And I said because he's far too busy not being Hellboy to record new lines. And for some reason, that cracks me up every time I think about it. The guy advertising his free torrent download on the Baba's UV. Oh, God. That's so lame. You rewatched that recently and caught that? Nice. Alright, we're pretty much finished with, like, the actual painting, but I do have cleanup I need to do. Like, there's a lot of overlap. There's a lot of little spots I need to clean up. The problem's on Twitch's end. Yeah, at least Amazon support's been good to you. I'm thinking about getting fucking AirPods. I'm not joking. Like actual AirPods, because I want to be able to not have to have like the massive headphones on covering up my my ears and everything, especially with the glasses, while I'm streaming. I want to be able to move around a little easier too. So I'm thinking about getting fucking AirPods. Get a different pair. I want something that just goes in ear and is wireless. Kraz, take it easy. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming anyways. I've already painted my nails. It's just a matter of waiting for them to dry and then chipping off the excess. I can start chipping off some of the excess at least. There are other pairs. I mean, it doesn't have to be AirPods specifically. Just like wireless earbuds, basically. Not headphones. Like, I want it to be in ear. They sound even more shit on anything that isn't Apple due to Apple audio drivers. Oh, okay. I see. I just gotta... I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do this, but like I have fucking excess on my thumb, like on the tip of my thumb right here. So what I do is I just kind of lightly file, just very, very lightly. Like, don't actually, like, damage your skin, just very lightly, and it just, like, rubs it right off. I don't know if there's a better way to do that. I mean, obviously soap and water, but, like, I'd have to wait for them to dry. And by then, it'll be harder to get off. Functionality is broken on Android or PC. Well, yeah, that's a no-go for me, then. There's plenty on the market that are better and cheaper. Okay, cool. Looking good, baby. It's not that creepy, don't worry about it. You ordered something from Amazon a couple weeks ago. Since a random person from Reddit gave you gift cards. What? Okay. Great Amazon support, and you've had absolute... You've had absolute Amazon support that ended up hurting you in the end. I've never had problems with customer support in anything. All the times I've had to do customer support have been pretty much fine. I had to do Nintendo customer support one time. I've told this story before, but it's still a story worth telling. Here, I can just swap to the IRL scene now. We're pretty much done with the nails. Yeah, there we go. Pull that back a little bit. There we go. I was in a dark place, and I really wanted to play Minecraft on the go, and I didn't have a Switch at the time, so I was trying to buy Minecraft for Nintendo 3DS. I was putting in my card information, but this was when I was still using a card from my old bank in Maine, even though I was in Missouri. So it kept declining my card when I was putting in the zip code. I tried the zip code for where I currently lived and the zip code for where I used to live, and neither of them worked. So I gave up, only to find the next day that I had been charged 10 times, like something like that, for all the pre-auths, but that never actually confirmed through. So it was like $30 charge over and over and over and over again. And I called Nintendo support to go like, hey, you charged me 10 times for a game I don't own. What the hell is going on? And they said, oh, those are pre-auths, it'll go away after a week. And I was like, oh, okay, fucking, it was dumb, but they got to me quickly. And they also told me what zip code I needed, which is a little sketch, by the way, that they were just like, oh, this is the zip code you need, by the way. It turns out it was for where my parents lived, because they changed the bank that all of us were on to be in that area. So yeah, they just fucking charged me 10 times for a game I didn't have. That's not a little sketch. Yeah, they just outright told me the zip code I needed. That's not a little sketchy at all. No, again, it's not. I wasn't like, they didn't think they were fucking fake or anything. It was just like, I didn't ask them to tell me what zip code I needed. They just outright were like, oh, by the way, the zip code you needed was for here. I'm like, what? Oh, okay, cool. I didn't. That's really, really, really fucking sketchy. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Austin? Also, yeah, Spider-Verse is cool. You're old. I know you're old, but it's okay. We love you anyways. They knew because you were trying all different zip codes. Ah, that's fair enough. Spider-Verse is super cool. Yes, it is. Spider-Verse is amazing. I've watched it like 5 times at this point. I fucking love Spider-Verse. I own it. If I could ever do a watch together, I'd want to do a watch together for Spider-Verse, and I would just talk about how cool the animation is the entire time. I'll read that in a second, Dave. PayPal customer support is horrible. It seems to be systematically horrible. You've been telling me all about that, and I looked into it, and yeah, it seems that systematically PayPal customer support is the worst. I've never had to deal with them, thankfully. I filed one support ticket one time. This was over a year ago. I think this was like over 2 years ago, actually. No, it couldn't have been over 2 years ago. But anyways, the point being, it was someone donated $100 to me on a stream back when I was in Maine, and then tried to do a chargeback scam. I don't know who it was. I don't think it's a regular here or anything. I think it was someone who did it just for the fucking joke of it. And I filed a complaint ticket saying like, hey, this was like months ago, and it all went through, and it's been fine for months, and now they're trying to do a chargeback. It's obvious that it's a scam. And then I had to pay the $100 that I was in debt to PayPal out of pocket. But then, like, almost a year later, I got the money back. I finally won the support ticket, which was a cool $100 boost out of nowhere, but also, that took you a year to figure out? What the fuck? Anyways, let's see. You did it. You finished your oral exams today. B from Slavic language, A for English, B for telecommunications. High school is over. Those are the things you're learning in high school? I didn't go to high school, but I thought you mostly learned how to, like, fuck a frog or something. I don't know. You feel ancient looking. Dude, you're 25. Come on. Your little sister has hit puberty. Oh, no. Yeah, you are old. Oh, that actually happened with my sister when I first got glasses. And she looked at me and realized I was like, oh shit, you're like an adult now. Like, she just couldn't process it. Or when I once told my mother that I was thinking about growing out a beard, she just stared blankly at me and was like, you're almost 19. This was when I was 18. Almost 19. Oh god. And now I'm 21 and I'm gonna be 22 in 2 months. I'm gonna be 22 in 2 months. Shit. Damn, that time fucking flies fast. It still feels like not that long ago that I made the 21st birthday clickbait video. You have a different educational system, elementary, high school, gymnasium. What country are you in, if you don't mind me asking? It's totally okay if you don't want it. If they can access your personal details and send them to you, your personal details aren't safe. No, again, it was because that was the zip code that I needed to confirm my address. You don't have to put in your full address, just the zip code. No one on a company. Okay, that's fair enough. Actually, that is a little creepy. You were like 16. You still think I'm like 16 half the time? I still think I'm 16 half the time. I still feel like a small child. Like, I distinctly remember when I was working at the library, the first time I talked to the children's librarian there, she asked me like, oh, hey, so you're doing this part-time? Like, oh, yeah. And she asked me what grade I'm in, and I instinctively said 8th grade. I was out of high school when that happened. I just was still in the mindset that I was still in 8th grade. And she said, wow, you don't look that young. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm not that young. What the fuck? What on earth? Slovakia. Oh, okay. You learn a lot more useful skills than I think we learn here in high school, so that's good. Amazon asks you for your full address, name, and email for verification to refund a Prime Video subscription. I don't know if that's weird. No, they have that information anyways. So, like, that's fair enough. What age is 8th grade? I don't know how old you are when you're in 8th grade. You're probably 14 when you're in 8th grade? Let's see. Something like that? Yeah, 13, 14, yeah. Feels like you're at your friend's 14th birthday party last week and you don't shave your chest and back, you look like an ape. I don't grow body hair is the difference. You had to send a pic of your passport to Christ. That's creepy. They shouldn't need that information. I thankfully haven't had to deal with anything like that. Like, companies have mostly been pretty prompt with me when it comes to getting information back to me. But yeah, PayPal, I haven't had to do anything with PayPal since that one instance of someone doing a chargeback scam, and it seems that they're generally pretty terrible about customer support. Thank you, Mr. Musk and your great pals that give us the money. Mr. Musk's 5 friends who stand at their computer and insert dollar bills into the DVD slot. And yeah, they're downright transphobic too. Yes, they're like historically transphobic. Mr. Musk and his excellent inventions. We're gonna build a tunnel. We're gonna build a tunnel underground that we can... I don't know where this joke is going. I'm just kind of winging it. That we can put all the people in, and then we shut the tunnel, and then I'll be the only people. Mr. Musk and his great inventions. You hope PayPal doesn't get too intrusive when I get your official name. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Pumpkin Ray. They will. It sucks. It's like, it's really actually a serious problem with them when it comes to name changes. When it comes to name changes, again, this is just what I've heard, but what I've seen a lot of people confirm. You need to give your proof of your birth certificate, your ID, and your legal name change, and proof of what your current name is and proof of residence. And then they might just still deny you for no reason. It sucks. It's garbage, and it's garbage for everyone. Do they want a blood sample too? Listen, I don't know what Mr. Musk is trying to do with his great inventions. He might need some blood for his new satellite or whatever. I'm sorry. Yeah, your ID is invalid. Like, that doesn't make sense. They're wrong. They're just wrong. Your ID isn't invalid. Your old ID, your new ID, your proof of your name change, and 9% of the time they tell you your ID is invalid. I don't don't have my old ID, I just realized. I shredded that shit. I probably should have kept that somewhere. Whoops. Well then. Not that I've changed my name or anything, but still. It's probably not a good idea to do that. Yeah, I shredded my old ID. I thought you didn't really need to keep that. Birth certificates are enough proof. I got thrown for a loop when I was opening my bank account here, and I needed 2 forms of ID, and my birth certificate didn't count. I didn't have a social security card or anything. Thankfully, my old bank card counted. But like, it's how much proof do these companies need? Like, your ID and your birth certificate should be enough. If someone has gotten their hands on your ID and your birth certificate, your identity is stolen. Why do they also need another form of proof? If they have your ID, your birth certificate, and your social security number, your identity is gone. You gotta get that shit fixed. Shredding important documents just seems like not a smart idea ever. Again, it's because I didn't, like, the old ID wasn't useful for anything for me anymore, and I didn't want to have it lying around to potentially forget about it or lose it somewhere and then have somebody else get their hands on it. So I shredded it and threw it away in different bags of trash. Just burn important I can't exactly burn the ID without getting a lot of weird chemicals out. I've seen a lot of people mention this, but why is it that your social security card is made of paper and your driver's license is like laminated plastic? Your driver's license you're supposed to replace every couple of years, but your social security card you're supposed to keep for life. Why is that the thing that they don't laminate? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. They need your ID, your birth certificate, your blood, your left nut, your nail clippings from under your bed, 3 gallons of spit, and the necktie you never wore. Battle.net doesn't require for a name change. Yeah, like, I still have my old Steam name, I just realized. Can you change your username on Steam? Is that possible? Because I still have my old Steam username from, like, years and years ago. Is it possible to change... Can't change your Steam username. It doesn't matter that much. You can change your display name. That's what matters. So it's not a big deal. You know what you've been reading about recently? Cheat bans. If you know you've been falsely accused of cheating, yet a company refused to give you reasoning, one of the few paths you can take is to file a GDPR. Do you mind explaining what a GDPR is? Against them, requesting all the information they have on you. They should be able to see if they have any information gathered on you, including what flagged the anti-cheat. An interesting sub-article, if you're ever looking for a good read, is on the VAC anti-cheat, on Valve anti-cheat wiki page, the list of false positives they've had in the past, because some of them were fucking great. I think it might have been Modern Warfare 2 that flagged like everybody who played it on launch for cheating or something like that. It was fucking nuts. You just found out last night you can change your Twitter at. Yeah, I'm glad you can change that, because I've had my Twitter account since 2012, but I didn't want to lose it. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 flagged anyone who played in any server. That's right. That previously had a cheater in it. Okay. You've seen trans people post login username change for Steam accounts. Oh, so maybe if you file a support ticket. But like I don't give a shit about my Steam username. It's like just the name I used to sign in my case. But someone who wants to get rid of any reference to their dead name, they should have the ability to. There should not be anything standing your way to getting to that point, in my opinion. General data protection request. EU law gives the users rights over their own data. You can request the data they have on you and demand they delete it. That's fascinating. That's awesome and fascinating. I don't know if anything like that exists in the US. I think we have the right to be forgotten. Something like that, and it's not really well enforced. Because the problem is, part of the problem is I think, let me look this up. Let me make sure I'm not getting the name wrong here. Yes, I'm absolutely getting the name right here. The Streisand effect. The Streisand effect is by attempting to remove any reference to, or like remove or censor any reference to you or your, like something that you did or something that happened. You just get more attention drawn to that fact. And it's named Streisand effect because of Barbara Streisand, who attempted to suppress photographs of her residence in Malibu and ended up just drawing more attention to it as a result. So, like, that's part of the problem of trying to enforce a right to be forgotten. But if it's for personal data that a company has on you, you should absolutely have the ability to say, hey, get rid of that shit. There was a streamer who cheated live in Apex and complained that his audience got him banned. What? You cheated, dude. Get over it. His Steam username is something nobody would associate you with, so it's perfect. That's good. That's good. That's always like usernames when you make when you're younger and you don't realize how things are going to go in your life going forward. Like if I were to one day want to change my name, I would really regret the usernames I have on everything right now. But I don't think I'm going to change my name. I think Connor isn't exactly, like, I wouldn't say it's a gender neutral name, but it's not exactly a super gendered name either. And even at the end of the day, it's my name. I own it with who I am. But it's also because I'm a lot more lax about my gender identity. Because I'm not, like, I feel uncomfortable if people misgender me, but I don't, it doesn't, like, hurt me. It's just uncomfortable. Versus someone who is trans. Like, I'm non-binary, but I wouldn't, like, I don't think I've gone through the same thing as someone who's trans is, where there will be people, there are people who either purposefully or unintentionally misgender or misname you, and the association with that name brings back bad memories or brings with it assumptions of incorrect things about the person that you are, and that leads to wanting to completely fairly and completely justly change it. Can you talk about that sweet dysphoria feeling? Go for it. I've gotten it a couple of times, only when when I was registering to use Vegas 15, it requires you to put in a prefix, and it gives you a drop-down menu for your not prefix. What is that called? Your title. And the options are Miss, Mrs., or Mr. And that seems dumb to me. Why is that a requirement? Versus a lot of sites will have male, female, or other please specify for your gender, which is good. So like on Twitter, I'm listed as non-binary. Or there are some places that just have like male, female, or prefer not to answer, which is like better than nothing, but still a little eye-rolly. Not pronoun. I mean like Mr., Mrs. Like pronouns are a separate thing in this case. I don't know, Zebra. Sorry. Yeah, some streamers just suck, and that's also one of the reasons I would never want to drink on stream after that one time that I did drink on stream, because not because I have those things to say at all, but because I'm worried I would say something that in the moment I think would be a funny joke, and in reality, he's absolutely not. So it's better to just not put myself in that situation. I don't think I'm a shitty person when I don't have filters, but also sometimes you think things are funny that you quickly realize are very much not. Sometimes students at school do surveys, and it's very rare anyone gives any options other than the binary ones. Like, a lot of people either... What I find interesting is I wonder how skewed the numbers are. I wonder how many people would say they're gender non-conforming or gender fluid or non-binary if the anxiety of giving that answer and getting weird looks wasn't there. because I still in public, I fucking in public refer to myself as he all the time. Anytime anyone like addresses me, because I can't be fucking bothered to deal with someone who's gonna go, what the fuck does that mean, and then attack me or whatever. I have a world's best NB pin from Geo the Bio, who you should follow. They make very good Pride art and a bunch of mathematics. And like that's like enough of a sign for me for like enough of a sign. Like NB means nothing to people who don't know what it means. Basically, like if you're someone who doesn't give a shit about Pride, you're not gonna know what NB means. So, but people who are LGBT friendly can see that and like be aware of my pronouns without me ever having to vocalize it, which is cool. Dog whistle? How does that mean in that context? Same with the bi flag. By the way, I didn't realize. I'm totally open about talking about things like this. I didn't realize how much of an issue lesbian and bi erasure in the LGBT community is. Ace erasure as well. When I made the lesbian shirt and the ace shirt for the Pride shirts we have available, a lot of people thanked me for that. And I was thinking, like, it seems like the least I can do. The only reason I didn't do them before is because I could only have 5 designs at a time, and the bi flag was, not the bi flag, sorry, the lesbian flag, there was a bit of controversy around the design that I had seen the most of. But since then, we've gotten, like, a full universally accepted design. So it seems obvious to me to include that, but apparently a lot of people will just roll bi and lesbian pride and culture in with gay and just put it all under a rainbow and call it a day, and it's not the same thing. Only the people you want to can hear it. I get that now. Okay. I kind of heard that as like there's another phrase like dog whistle. There's another phrase like that. It's something whistle. I forget. You're not one of those loud oversharing drunks. I lose a lot of filter when I'm drunk. I know I do. I'm not an expert on pan that. It's okay. It's totally okay. Don't worry about it. You're not part of LGBTQ communities, but you have seen others I'm close to share things about how they've been told them being in opposite sex relationships makes them not bi. Just because you are in a relationship with like, just because you're in a relationship with someone who's the opposite, well, opposite implies a binary. Just because you're in a stereotypically hetero relationship doesn't mean you aren't bi, if that's how you identify and how you are. And like your current relationship doesn't define your pride. Like your thoughts do, your feelings do. Political dog whistles, words or phrases that have specific meanings to specific people can be generally viewed as nothing to most people. Triple brackets is a racist dog whistle. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. Gotcha. Okay. Let me see how these are progressing. Yeah, okay, I could fix this real quick. It's such a stupid thing. So to be bi, you have to be in exclusively gay relationships. I don't get it. Like, to these people, like, being bi doesn't exist. You're only either gay or straight, depending on which relationship you're in. That's not how that works. That's never been how that works. And like lesbian culture and like lesbian definitions just all fall under gay, even for the people who very clearly want to separate it. Dog whistles are usually very innocuous to anyone who doesn't know who they are, so they can't deny the knowledge of wrongdoing. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. You're either straight or gay. Fuck. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, it misses the whole point of like it misses the whole point of pride, basically. To me, anyways, it misses the whole point of like being proud of you, of who you are, who you love, how you love. Trying to force it into these definitions that you see as being correct definitions are not. It does not fair. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't know if I'm gonna stream much longer, honestly. I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. There's so many far-right anti-Semitic racist dog. Yep. I think I was thinking of dog whistling. I just had only ever heard it in a negative context. You wonder what people think the B in LGBT stands for? Big dick, big titties. Blasphemy. Haven't you read the Bible? This is an old story, but I once had door-to-door like Christian people, whatever, religious people, knock on my door and come up to me and ask me like, "Hey, are you interested in going to the church?" Blah 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 blah, whatever. And eventually, I just said like, "Sorry, I'm gay," and like I've always kind of felt left out here. And then they said, "That's okay. We're here to help. Are you aware that you're going to be going to hell?" And I just closed the door. Oh, let's get this bread. I think if you're LGBTQIA, you're basically blasphemous by Christianity. Yeah. You should have said yes. I think I did. I don't remember. This was a couple years ago. But anyways, I think I don't know. I feel like we've got a conversation going, but also it's getting places I'm a little scared about, like getting to like talking about religion and the like. I feel like maybe I got other things I need to do too. I got to go pay rent today. And I'm going to start working on the next video. That's the other thing I meant to say earlier. I'm gonna make a video about Rhyme. It's not gonna be a review. It's gonna be a commentary about how you don't need combat in your game for it to be an exciting adventure game. And I'm gonna ideally have that video out next week. But anyways, once I came to your door and asked, "Do you think you're going to heaven?" And I replied with a straight face and no, and they seemed very concerned and then left. Holy shit. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Sorry, whoops, that's the wrong thing to do. I do that at the end of the stream, not when I'm going to close the stream. That's gonna be it for now. As a religious person, it infuriates you. The reaction to being told that is stupid. It's based on acceptance, not gay is bad. This is why I don't like talking about religion in this connotation, in this context, because I don't like wrapping everything into one neat bow of saying like, you know, religious people, am I right? Because that's not fair. That invalidates people who have genuine faith, and it invalidates people who aren't being aggressive or offensive or homophobic or bigoted. Like, those people clearly exist. You, Crimson, like, you seem to be cool. Like, I don't think it's fair to just write off anyone who's religious as not being a cool person. I think that's super lame, and a lot of people seem to view it that way. And while a lot of people have a lot of prior experience to give them some sort of justification in their heads for it, like, for instance, I don't know, you could be someone like me who has super religious grandparents who talk often about how much they hate the gays. That's not cool. But that doesn't mean you should write off everyone, because then you're just as bad as the people that you don't like. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me. I want to do more of these just talking streams. We talk about a lot of really serious stuff on these, but I think we kind of keep the atmosphere light, and that makes me happy that we can just kind of keep things light and airy, and still just, you know, chill, basically. Like, we can chill and talk about serious stuff, talk about actual problems. This was a really relaxing stream and something you needed this hard week. Glad I can make it. Sucks that Twitch doesn't let you sub. It's totally okay, Mario. I understand. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault, man. Hang on. Non-binary friend of yours is Christian, goes to church with a gay pastor. Like, yeah, people, like Julia said, people who aren't abusing their religion. Your dad's a prime example. The stream doesn't end. The stream never ends. My dad's a prime example. You're an altar boy, and you remember when your dad said, if one of my kids turned out to be anything other than hetero, I'd disown it. That was a moment when your bi-curiousness evaporated straight through your nostrils. That sucks. Oh, God. My parents were super cool. My parents were super cool growing up and super open, so it took me a while because I grew up in northern Maine to realize that I wasn't straight. Because, like, around me, everyone acted like straight was the default, even though my parents didn't do that. It just never really came up. And so it took me until I was 16 to realize I wasn't straight. I would have realized way sooner if I grew up in a much more, like, LGBT present area. But either way, here I am. It's all worked out. Stream's over. Yeah, I got places I gotta be. I'm quite hungry. My nails are painted. I still got a little bit of work I gotta do on them. But this was a very good stream. Tomorrow, I'm probably just gonna stream some kind of shooty game. I might stream more Killing Floor, or I might stream, I don't know. I'll stream something or other. Some kind of shooty game. And then this weekend, because of Aldstone in my Discord, by the way, here's a link to my Discord. We have Hitman 2. They gifted me Hitman 2, which I'm super happy about. Thank you very much. So we're gonna this weekend stream Hitman 2. I'm excited for that. So thank you all very much for watching. Have a good day and take it easy.